Welcome back to the House 1055 podcast. We are back at the house. We're so glad you guys are hanging around with us on the YouTube channel, on TikTok, on Instagram Reels, maybe, if you've gone to the dark side because you accidentally deleted TikTok. That's okay. We're here.
Tough beat.
We're here. I am your podcast host, Noah Marano, back with my co-host and producer, Josmanni.
Hey. For those of you that deleted TikTok, can't get it back, I'm actually selling my iPhone that has TikTok installed.
That's good.
Yeah.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, $3,500.
that little?
You're right, $10,000.
I need a new down payment for my house.
Yeah, starting bid, $10,000.
That's good stuff. So, yeah, we're back with you guys today to discuss some news that's going around the Twitter world, that's going around the world in general, regarding what the upcoming slate is this year. Because, listen, we've got a lot of content. 2025 is a big year. We were talking about it months ago how big this year is going to be. And we're finally here. And the first thing that's going to be kicking us off is I actually think Spider-Man's first. Mm-hmm. And then we have Captain America, obviously. So those are the two big ones that are kind of ringing in the year. Very excited. A lot of content to cover this year. We got to go back and cover some content that we might have missed. So we're going to be back with you guys every week. Stay tuned. But yeah, let's get right into it. We're going to actually be talking about our excitement levels. We're going to be rating these. What's the scale that you're having us do this by? Just a 1 to 10, a letter grade? What do you want?
Yeah, I would say that's a fantastic question. My mind immediately went to 1 through 10. But letter grade wouldn't be awful.
Can I? No, I'm not going to do that. I was going to give you the 1 through 30 scale.
No, we're not doing that. I want 1 through 10 or letter
I will
grade.
always fight for the 1 through 30 scale. Make no mistake. So 1 through 10?
Yeah, we'll do 1 through 10.
Okay, cool. So we're going to be ranking these 1 through 10 on our excitement level of how excited we are that these are going to be coming out this year. I mean, are we factoring anything into these excitement levels?
Based off what we've seen, any trailers we've seen, any news we've heard, the IP itself, the product itself, whether it's a show, whether it's a movie, take all that into consideration, what platform it's being streamed on, animated, live action, and then give me your grading. Now I have the list here right in front of me. If you could document
for sure
our excitement level, says it'd be fun to.
I can document.
That's good. That's all you're really good for. But so let me know when you're ready.
I am so ready. Let's go. What's the first one?
Let's go ahead and start off with Spider-Man. That's coming out literally tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow. I knew it was coming out like this week.
The 29th.
Yep, tomorrow. So tell us a little bit about the show.
This show is an animated Spider-Man show. I think it's called Spider-Man, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Animated. I've stayed away from any trailers or anything, personally. You're probably going to hear that a lot from me today because I do not watch trailers.
I've converted him a little bit on some things, but
I have to ask you ahead of time if this gives too much away.
Yeah.
And there have been some trailers lately that you said, have it, and I've indulged. But I try to stay away from any trailers because I'm already excited enough. I don't need the trailer to make me more excited. I don't need the trailer giving me, an appetizer.
Fair.
I'm a eat the meal all at once kind of guy, you know. And I don't want to have to wait 3 months before I can get the product.
Sure.
No, but this is an animated show. I believe this is. I don't know if it's early in development. It was supposed to be like the origin of Tom Holland.
Yeah.
I don't think that's the case.
You think it's changed since then?
Yeah.
I really haven't heard a lot. That's what I was under the assumption of still.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. I too.
A lot
honestly,
of cool villains are supposed to be in it, though.
Yeah, I actually don't really know much about this show at all.
Yeah.
Other than what I thought it was, which is kind of showing the early years of Tom Holland Spider-Man.
Tommy boy.
Now I guess we'll see if that's changed or not. But yeah. So I guess for me, I'm probably gonna be a little bit lower on this than you. I'm not like super pumped for this, but at the same time, just getting to see more Spider-Man content is fun. I would say I'm sitting at like a super solid 6.
Okay.
Like I'm not really like eager to like rush home and get on my Disney Plus to watch this, but I'll watch it. I think I'm gonna enjoy it just because I like Spider-Man. But the animation style, I'm not too picky when it comes to animation styles like a lot of people are. I know they made some changes. They have biggest thing I keep seeing on Twitter is that they've made Norman and Harry black.
Yes.
They made the Osborns black.
I think so.
So I wonder if that will carry over to the MCU too, because we haven't seen them yet. So will that give us potential hints at who's getting casted?
Interesting.
Also, what will this television series show us about what we might be seeing in the MCU
Yeah.
coming to Spider-Man? That might be interesting too. So that's why I'm excited about it. But for the most part, like, could I do without the show? Yeah, I don't need it. So I'm sitting at a 6 right now. Not like bad. I'm not like overly joyed.
Yeah. I think I'm sitting at like a 6.8.
Okay.
So
So I actually wasn't too far off from you. I
No.
thought I was gonna be a lot lower than you.
No, yeah, I think I'm in the same boat.
I really like your decimal points.
I do. I don't know what the story's gonna tell, and that's on purpose. It's not because of I didn't do my research. I don't want to know. I want to watch it and be told as it's unfolding. But animation style, not my favorites, but that's something I can look past. It's Spider-Man, so I think it being Spider-Man is already got it at a 6.
Yeah.
Just being a Spider-Man.
I agree.
Automatically a 6.
Yeah.
And then all the other things I've been kind of hearing about it, probably bringing up just a little bit. Sub 7, but not like very far from a 7. That's why I'm sitting at 6.8.
Sick. All right, what's next? I think I know what's next.
Yep, Captain America.
Captain America, Brave New World. I really go back and forth on this one. I really do. Because I go back and forth on what my expectations are for this movie versus what I should be tempering myself down to expect from this movie. So, excitement level, though, if we're going off pure excitement, I'm at like a 7.
Okay.
I want to go higher, but my weariness is holding my excitement back. My weariness of I don't know really how this project is going to look on screen is making me a little concerned because there were some major reshoots that were done not too long ago, like fairly recently ago. And so that's hindering my excitement a little bit for the movie because I think before that I was actually like all in. I was like, let's do it. I will say as I've seen more and more of the trailers, and they're not even really showing much more than what they did in the first trailer. It's just like the more and more I see it, it's kind of like I just don't know how pissed I'm going to be with the decisions in this movie. And so that's why my excitement is a little tempered down to like a 7. MCU is going to probably get railed a little bit this episode. We'll see.
Yeah. I think I'm at a excitement meter 9.3.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I was not expecting that high. Explain that.
So I don't think this movie is going to be a 9.3.
Okay. Yeah.
I am excited.
Just excited.
I'm just excited for the movie.
Yeah.
One, it's an MCU movie,
For sure.
and I've been really just wanting to go to the theaters and see a superhero movie, as of late. 2, this is one of the ones I've watched a teaser for, and there's been some pretty cool little sequences that have been in the trailers. 3, it's a Captain America movie, and historically, Captain America movies have been very, very good.
Yeah, it's one of the best trilogies of all time. It's pretty good.
So I'm like, okay, yes, Chris Evans is not Captain America, but it's still, it's Captain America, so maybe we could do right by this. So I'm just excited to go to the theaters, see a Captain America movie.
That is why I'm putting it at least like a 6 because of that.
And so, but when it's all said and done and we watch it and we do a review, I'll give a rating critically what I think of the movie.
Yeah.
But as far as my excitement to go to the movie theaters to sit in front of the big screen and watch it, very excited.
From some plot details that I've heard around and you've seen the trailer, so we're expecting you've seen the trailer if you're listening to this podcast.
Spoiler.
They showed Tiamat in the trailer. From the plot rumors that I've heard about what that device is going to be used towards, that excites me. Okay. I don't want to get. I don't want to get into that because I don't want to spoil that for you or anybody else that may be listening. That is exciting. Cool. So we'll see. See how it goes on.
Cool. Excited.
All right.
Next product, Daredevil, Born Again.
Ooh. Now you're talking.
Yep.
Now you're talking. I'm at like a 9.5 on this one.
I knew you would be.
I really want to try and be like act like I'm not, but like I'm very excited for this series. I'm a little worried just because it's Disney, and it's different.
It's not Netflix.
Yeah. But from what it seems like, Kevin Feige came in and really just tore house down on this one. They really rebuilt it to be more like the Netflix show. So that's why I'm excited. Seeing the trailer got me pumped. I love the dynamic between Kingpin and Daredevil. I think it's one of the greatest like hero antagonist like mirror images of each other. I think it's very fun. I was also starting to go back through and watch the series again to catch up for this, and I got sidetracked from a wedding and haven't been able to recover since on getting back to it. But no, I'm very excited about this series, and I think it's going to be – it's hopefully – I'm sad it's going to be 8 episodes. I really just wish –
10?
the Daredevil seasons were long, bro.
Yeah, 20.
They were like 15 or
15
20.
and 20. Yeah.
So, like, I would prefer and those episodes were deep, too. They were, like, 49 to, like, an hour long.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get, like, 42-minute, 8-episode clips.
Yeah.
That bums me out, but I'm pumped for what they can do. I'm hoping this is the absolute revival that we've been looking for to start the revival, I guess I'm saying, back towards, Marvel greatness. Because I'm not sure if Captain America can do it. We'll see. But I think this show could potentially do it.
Cool. I'm at like an 8.
Yeah, that's fair. I knew you'd be lower than me on this one. So
I'm excited. I'm not excited for a weekly release.
Oh, that sucks. I hate that.
It's just gonna be kind of annoying. I'm excited for Daredevil. I'm excited for everybody that coming back to reprise their roles. But I'm not like, it's just a weekly release. If it was a movie, that'd be higher.
Yeah.
But I'm more of a movie guy than a TV show guy.
Yeah.
Just period.
Yeah.
So if it was like Daredevil Born Again movie, I'd be probably a little bit higher.
That'd be interesting.
But since it's a show, I gotta wait weekly. It's gonna be great for the pod and great to cover, but it's gonna be kind of a little bit annoying.
For sure.
I know this one. I mean, this is just the bread and butter of our pod, so I had to put it on here. But I know you haven't seen it. Andor season 2.
Yeah. So
this
is on my to-do list this year. I actually am going to sit down and watch Andor. My wife really wants to watch it with me, so I think she watched it with her dad. Or she knows her dad watched it and she really wants to watch it. I forgot which one it is. But I am not.
So it's hard for you to grade. You don't have to.
It's hard for me to grade. I'm not going to lie. I'm not super excited because, like I've said a million times probably on this podcast, and if not on this podcast in conversation with you, when Star Wars doesn't have lightsabers in it and Jedi in it, it automatically brings down the excitement level for me getting into it, which is like, that's just me watching. That's how I consume Star Wars. It's how I'd like to consume Star Wars. Obviously, though, especially recently, I've been hearing, talking the streets, talking about how Andor is like one of the greatest, now that we're like a little bit away from it, just like one of the greatest series of all time. And how
in Star Wars,
no, like they're talking about like of all time. No, and they're talking about like how recently like everything is being compared back to that. And so I don't know. I'm just not, I would say like a 5.
Okay. Which is fair for someone.
Now that might change if I see season 1.
Yeah.
It 100% could change if I see season 1.
Be weary about what you just said.
It's fine. I understand.
No, what I'm saying is about what you said about people saying it's one of the greatest shows of all time.
Oh, no, I know.
Be very weary. Do not set your expectation that high.
Oh, no, I'm not going to. I'm not going to because I don't think it is.
Probably the best show in Star Wars.
You think it's better than Mando season 1?
It's up there. It's me personally. I'd probably give the edge to Mando.
Yeah.
Most likely because Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Big Pedro guy.
Sure.
Critically, everybody else will probably put Andor above it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you put at A or whatever you put at B, it's fine with me. Andor season 2, I'm probably like a 9.
Yeah, I figured you'd be.
Yeah. So I'm very excited. Obviously, this season I think leads you right up to Rogue One.
I believe so from what I've heard.
It's just season 1 was really, really good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you to watch it. I'm probably going to go back and rewatch it, which I don't. That's one. If you know me, that's saying a lot already. If I'm rewatching a product, saying a lot because I do not like to rewatch unless there's like decades of time in between. So yeah, I'm super excited for Andor season 2.
Sweet.
This one, again, you can spend very little time on it. I had to put it on here because it's nerd related. But Last of Us season 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
I know you haven't seen the first season. I would like you to see the first season. I think you should. I think it's a beautiful story to to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's beat for beat, frame for frame the game.
Yeah.
So, but nonetheless, it tells a very beautiful story. I think you would enjoy.
For sure.
So I think you should put that on your
Yeah,
list.
I think the story is. I think obviously I've heard it's phenomenal. I think my biggest turnoff to a show like this is simply I don't really love like apocalyptic like set dystopians.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not my like favorite thing in the world to come back to, and I feel like we just get a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I do agree. If I was like more into the game, I think obviously I would have watched this like
For
straight
sure.
up.
For sure.
Yeah. But that being said, I'm like at a 3.
Yeah, that's fine. I am probably at a 7.
Okay.
And this is I'm not going to give anything away, but The Last of Us Part 2, the game. Great game, but the story just is gut-wrenching.
Okay.
It's just it takes your heart, it pulls it out, it squeezes it, and it stomps on it. It's just
Sick.
like
Sick. I can maybe get into that.
it's a beautiful story, but it's just I know and I feel like if they go beat for beat, frame for frame
They're
again,
probably going to.
it's gonna break my heart again. It's gonna break my heart again, and that's just
Excellent.
not something I'm ready for.
Okay.
And so I'm excited. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna watch it at premiere every single week, like I did for season 1.
Yeah.
And that's because I'm a gaming nerd. These video games are like some of my favorite single player story games of all time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only a 7 because I'm scared to re-feel those feelings. But as far as everything else, super excited.
For sure.
Next one, let's go. Ironheart.
Ironheart. Man,
I believe it's a show.
it is.
Yeah.
Talk about a show I just don't care to see.
And I'm gonna make you watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately I'm gonna have to watch it. I will say one thing I am looking forward to in this show is the actor playing the Hood.
Okay.
He is the guy from the newest Transformers movie. He was in The Heights. He was in Hamilton. He's been in a ton of Lin-Manuel Miranda.
The Spanish guy, right?
Yeah, I can't remember his name off the top of my head for some reason. But I'm excited for him. I genuinely really like him. Like he's one of my favorite like actors. Even though he hasn't done like anything crazy critically acclaimed, like I just really like him as an actor. That being said, like from what I've seen from this series so far, I just don't know what about it's going to interest me. I'm sorry, I just don't care for the
Anthony Ramos.
I had Iron Man. It's hard for me to go from Iron Man to this character in Riri that they're giving us. It's not like she's a bad character. I just genuinely don't have interest in it. And especially when I know that they're bringing back Robert Downey Jr. in some capacity.
Yeah, for Dr. Doom.
And so I just don't. And like the whole plot of like who the villain is, it's supposed to maybe be Mephisto, but it's like it's Hood, and I don't know anything about him very much. Even with my knowledge of the comics, I don't know him. So it's just like I don't know. I'm not super pumped for this. I would say it's like at a 2.
Wow. Less than The Last of Us season 2. You have no context of anything.
I hate that it's that low.
That's funny.
But like, and listen, maybe it could. If you would have asked me a year ago, I would have told you Agatha was at a 2.
Yeah.
So like, it could change my mind. I'm not excited for it.
Yeah.
So.
It's hard because Riri was debuted in probably one of the worst Marvel movies I've ever seen. So,
and for those of you listening, if you don't agree with that take, it's okay. He may or may not be in the minority in that take. I don't really know yet.
I don't know either.
The streets have not really confirmed or denied.
They kind of just forgot about it, and have all agreed to not go back.
He's talking about Wakanda Forever, in case you didn't pick that up.
Anyways, but I did like her in the movie.
Okay.
Like, I didn't hate her.
Yeah, no, she's a fun character.
So like I would say my excitement level is probably at a 6.
Okay, wow.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
I think the suit ups should be cool.
I know we judge off different scales, but so you're 1 point less excited than you are for Last of Us, like a series that you love. Like a story that is beloved to you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, did you not catch the 3-minute spiel of what it's gonna do to me?
All right, so you're a little bit less excited for this than you are Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like it's Spider-Man, and I don't know the plot for that.
Yeah.
This one is a wannabe Iron Man, and I also don't know the plot,
it's supposed to be like tech versus mystical. That's the only
which I
that's
can get behind.
That's all I've picked up on what I've seen online.
And I didn't even know that, but now that I do, it's a 6.3.
0.3 points to the mystical versus the tech.
Yeah.
All right, what's next?
Another thing, and listen, you got a lot to do, bro.
I do. There's a lot of things.
That's on you, bro.
It's funny because like I am a huge nerd, but like I do have my corners that I stay in for the most part, and outside of that, like I'm not really getting super far outside of that. So what is this one?
Squid Game season 3.
Oh, what do you mean?
You saw season 2?
I just got to catch up on season 2, but I love Squid Games.
I know you do, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You have
That's
work
coming
to do.
out this year?
Yeah, bro, this summer.
What? Man, the ending must have like left off like going right into it then. Okay. I had no idea about that. So
This summer. So you got work to do, bro.
I know I do got to catch up. Unfortunately, Squid Games did come out literally like right around my wedding, so I just did not get time to sit down and watch that. I'm very much looking forward to season 2. I did hear it was a little bit down compared to season 1, but
Depends who you talk to.
yeah, for sure. It is kind of weird giving a rating to this right now. That being said, I'll probably say an 8.
Okay.
Just in pure because I just love this story. I love this IP. So I'm excited about this. Like even if I watch season 2 and season 2 is not as great, I think I'd still be excited.
The way
for
season 2 ends, I think you're still gonna be at an 8 for 3.
Okay.
If
Cool.
that makes sense.
Cool.
I would say I'm probably at like 8.4.
Always gonna one up me, don't you?
Yeah. It's what I do, baby.
Why the extra 0.4?
Because I'm in the same boat you are in the
Okay.
sense of like I do like the story that they're telling and all. And the way they left off, like it's a little frustrating, but at the same time, it's not as bad because the turnaround of the next season is so quick.
I'm about to
This
say,
came out in
knowing that
December.
it's literally coming out probably.
This came out in like
yeah.
December, season 2, and by next summer you're gonna have season 3.
If that's how all cliffhangers worked, I would be so in on cliffhangers.
Because the cliffhanger is massive.
Yeah.
But to know that you're gonna get in, you don't have to wait too long
Yeah.
is awesome. And also, like, I think this is the last season they're planning on doing as of right now. That could change, but I'm excited to see the conclusion of where basically just takes season 2. Season 1 is its own entity, right? Season 2 takes some things that they set up in season 1, take a few things, but then like season 2 as a whole is basically just a stepping stone for what I assume is going to be season 3.
Gotcha.
So like they use some of the infrastructure that they built in season 1, but then they use all of season 2 to probably give you a banger season 3.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, just season 2 of Squid Games is Dune Part 1.
Okay.
And season 3, as I assume, is going to be Dune Part 2.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, normalize quick turnarounds for cliffhangers.
I agree.
House of Dragon, take notes.
Please.
Because I don't want to wait 4 years for you guys to drop more episodes.
Speaking,
I heard that got delayed again, by the way.
That's terrible. I don't want to hear that. Finally, something that you're caught up in. Percy Jackson, season 2.
Ooh, okay. I didn't love season 1, but I thought it was good. Thought it was good enough. It didn't piss me off like it could have.
Okay.
I did in ways, but as a total, it did not. So I would say, yeah, season two, I'm excited for it. Like really, I think they did leave that off as a cliffhanger, if I remember correctly. Because like, yeah, they wrap up the plot, but they kind of. I'm trying to remember too. They kind of go off like, I'm pretty sure the way it ends. Because I remember when Hannah and I watched it, we both were like, "Come on." That's just the feel. I remember the exact feeling I had watching it. So, I would say I'm at like a 9.
Okay.
Like seriously, like because I love Percy Jackson. I love that series. It's a shame that we didn't get to like flesh it out in a better way with the movies. I do think the show did a lot of good things right, but I do think there are some faults with the show that I don't think I'll ever get over. But maybe
Like
season 2.
making Annabelle black.
No, don't say it like that on the
Why?
It's not the only reason. It's genuinely because
Oh, that's my problem.
I I just genuinely my biggest complaint with the show, it just felt like the kids' dialogue was the same stuff every time. It was Percy saying, "Hey, I got this problem. I don't know how to fix it," and the two kids going, "Just do this." It's like, "But I don't want to do that." But like, I got to do it. And so like that's just how like that was the whole plot mechanic of every single episode. Also, though, I just didn't like the actors of Annabeth and Grover.
Hey, you said it.
They just weren't good.
Yeah.
Like especially Grover. Grover was tough.
Grover. Yeah.
And I thought Percy did really well, but I thought when they were like bouncing off of each other, there was just times where it was like, man.
Annabelle pissed me off.
Oh, she pissed me off a lot in that show.
Yeah.
But she did better than Grover. She did better. I honestly like
better actor.
I would say I
bad casting.
Grover, I just didn't like the acting. Annabeth,
You didn't like the casting.
I didn't like the casting, but I did like the acting. But I didn't like the decisions, the way in which they wrote a lot of the decisions playing out in her favor. Like I just didn't. So
yeah, and it probably stems from like the casting.
You're so annoying. You're so annoying. I will say though, it does suck when like one of your childhood crushes is Annabeth, and like it's just not the same as the book.
Because the casting. Oh, because the book and who
yeah,
she was as a
it's
character.
it's not the same as the
and
book.
then they cast it and you just don't feel the same.
You're
thing.
so annoying. Keep it pushing. Oh my god.
Well, can I grade it?
No, you can't.
I'm at a 9.1.
Shut your damn mouth. I'm knocking you down to an 8.9.
No, I'm a 9.1.
Fuck you. I'm
Um,
putting it as a 9. I'm not writing the 0.1.
I'm a 9.
No, I'm not writing
Now
the
I'm a 9.2.
I'm not writing it.
This back and forth.
It's staying at a 9.
Fair. I'm excited for it. I think here are a few things. I love the actor that plays Percy.
Yeah.
I like towards the end of the season, it also felt like he was getting a little bit more
The I'm him factor?
yeah, like the I'm him, like he was becoming a main character.
Yeah.
But he was also like starting to fight back, starting to like use them hands.
Yeah.
3, love Greek mythology. So
I love Greek mythology.
So it's just
so
like,
much.
come on.
Yeah.
I love to jump into any story in Greek
Yeah.
mythology. So those things got me. I got a 9.1. I'm super pumped for it. So
It's a 9.
it's a 9.1.
Good to the next, bro.
Okay. Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. This, Game of Thrones universe.
Yes. So
Did you see the reports that came out? From
what?
The author?
Of what Martin said? Yeah.
You
I saw
that?
that
I think I
he's
sent it to you.
he's begrudgingly approving of the show.
That it's a faithful adaptation. Now, have
Yeah.
you read the stories? Know the story? Read the books?
I know a little bit about this part of the lore. I don't know enough I don't know a lot about their adventures, but I know generally like what the plot is.
I don't. So
I will say like this era of Game of Thrones lore is not like my favorite. So that's probably the only thing like kind of keeping me down on the excitement level. That being said, it's a Game of Thrones product. So like I'm still going to be at like a minimum of a 7.
okay.
I do think I'm going to be pretty much at a 7 though.
Okay.
Cuz like I do like the premise of this show, but I just would rather see other Game of Thrones lore television works or movie works before I saw this one, and so that's why my excitement for it is not as high
Okay.
as it could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a 7.3.
You're going to keep doing this to me.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually at like a 6.7. And because I think the biggest thing why is from because I typically would be at a 7. I think I'm the same as you. A Game of Thrones product automatically minimum it could be a 7.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that brings me down 0.3 is that it was that George R.R. Martin, when he kind of said he's seen all the episodes, it's a faithful adaptation, but the biggest thing was that it's a smaller scale character piece.
Yeah.
Biggest thing is there's no huge battle, and for me, and how I like to digest my Game of Thrones content, I like mass war. So, not to say that I need that in order for it to be good. It's not at all what I'm saying.
I think you'll see this guy get busy enough to where that will make you excited.
And that is going to be fan-freaking-tastic.
Yeah.
And I'm 100% down for that. But again, I'd almost rather go into it not knowing if there's gonna be a massive scale war.
Yeah.
But to know there's not, because I love my
I
big
know.
wars.
I do like the idea of doing a lot of these mini series of like different smaller parts of the Game of Thrones lore.
Yeah.
I do like that. So
Yeah, I don't hate it.
if this works, I'd like to see more of those. And they've got more of those in the pipeline from what I've heard. So
I just need to see the rebellion.
yeah, I want that as a movie.
Oh, that'd be tough.
We can pitch that in another episode, but I want that
it's
as
gotta be a long movie.
Oh no, yeah, I want like a Dune level like
3
like
hours,
epic.
3:15,
yeah.
pushing 3:25.
I think you could do that. We're getting off track. Keep going.
Stranger Things final season
Ooh.
this year.
You can tell by my reaction I'm quite excited. No, I'm very excited for this one. This is season 5 technically.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one.
It's just labeled the final season.
Man, this is a 10 for me.
Wow.
Like seriously, like every time I come back to Stranger Things and I think about like, well, did I not really like that season? Was it not as good as the previous season? I'm just and then I go back and like watch it. I'm just reminded of just like how crazy this show just like took over the world when I was like a 10th grader.
Yeah.
And I was late on this train. I like didn't want to get on board with this train just because it's a little bit outside of my realm of like fandom. And I just wasn't.
You had spiritual conviction, didn't
you? No. But it's just like that type of story is I don't really like kid plucky stories. I still don't. Like even back then I didn't. It's not a kid plucky story though.
Not anymore.
So even first season, like it was, but like it had enough around it more, and these kids were such great actors.
Would you call it a kid plucky story?
No.
Okay.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think.
Have I seen it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. On the same page. Got it.
All right.
No, yeah. No, I'm a 10.
Because
like,
they are plucky.
Yeah. Just because I want to see how this pans out. That enough is alone. And my love for the series and how it's probably one of my favorite series of all time.
It's up there. It's
like, up there for me.
Well, it's up there like as
just in television in
yeah, I mean
general.
It goes Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Stranger Things.
Stranger Things is on that big list that we get from I think it's from
IMDb.
IMDb. So yeah, 10 for me.
I'd say yeah, I'm at a 10.5.
No,
I'm at a 10. I'm super excited. This is the end game of the Stranger Things universe.
It really is. Yeah.
This show's been going on for how long?
Yeah.
Dude, this is their end game.
And I thought season 4 was going to be end game. I was really surprised when they told us we were going into 5.
I know. So this is their end game.
Yeah.
Now, based on season 4, there's some things that were hinted that it's already going to piss me off. It's going to be kind of annoying. But all in all, as a story, dude, they've got to go big. Like they have to have the budget.
This was Netflix's darling. This was like one of Netflix's.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Shows. This is like. They have to knock this season out of the park, because we see with Game of Thrones and they're in season 8, like everybody doesn't want to remember watching season 8, and some would say even season 7. So they gotta knock this out the park. I know these kids are sick and tired of these characters. I know.
You think so? I think they love playing these characters.
They've all come out and said that they're done, bro.
Really?
Millie Bobby Brown especially.
Oh, she's for sure done. She's ready to go on.
Like she hates it, but it's like I also like have a kind of a problem with that, because it's like this gave you literally everything you have.
Yeah.
Right now is because of this show.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like give it your all for this last season, and maybe she is and whatnot, but she's kind of been a little bratty about it. But I'm super excited. This is their end game. They've got to go big, and I'm here for it, man.
Hasn't been a season below an 85% rating. From what I'm seeing.
What's your favorite season?
See, this is a question I never know how to answer. I really don't.
It's 1 or 3.
It's one of those shows that kind of all mesh together for me. So like sometimes I don't really know. I really enjoyed 4. There were a lot of aspects of 4.
4 is not Vecna, that's 3, right?
No, that's 4.
With Billy on the roof? That's 4?
Yeah, that's 4. Yeah. That was the most recent.
3's the mall one?
3's the mall one. I did really like that season.
I like that one.
I like the villain in that. I love him. He's a great actor. But season 4 had moments that reminded me of season 1. And just the whole looping back around and revealing things. I mean, when I first was watching it, I was just like, And it's not even because like maybe I didn't see some things
What,
coming. It's just
that Vecna was the
yeah,
instructor.
yeah. It's just like it just was such a good way to wrap it around. I just loved it. Like I'd probably put season 4 up there with. I'd say season 1 is probably just because of what it did. But I'm always the type of guy like even if season 1 is like because it's the first. If they get older and like the story expands more, we get to see just more emotional and acting depth between kid actors like that. I'm always going to take one of the later seasons a little bit higher, even though the season 1 is just so precious.
Which is season 1 is the reason that's as high.
For
as
sure,
is.
and I get that. But so I would say like I'd probably take season 4, then season 1, then 3, then 2. I think that's my rating. Just off the top of my head. I'd have to go rewatch to really formulate that opinion, but that's off the top of my head.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same. I think I would go 4, 3, 1, 2. I like 3 a lot. I like
Yeah, you like
3 a
3.
lot.
Okay, gotcha.
Cool. So we're super excited for Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. That's going to be a ball of a time.
Thunderbolts.
I am very excited for this one. I have not heard great things on the streets about this one, but I'm very excited about it. It's not cooling my excitement. I'm sitting at a 9 for this one.
Okay.
I just genuinely like all the actors in this. I like all the characters for the most part, at least the ones that are really going to matter. I'm interested to see what they're doing with Sentry. And I'm also interested to see how this kind of progresses a lot of the story with like kind of the on the ground organizations. So yeah, I'm just really
that
excited.
and Captain America.
Yeah, and so I'm just really excited. Yeah, we're going a lot of on the street stuff. Like even Spider-Man 4 might not be anymore, but it was originally supposed to be a street level story.
Yeah.
Rip. Yeah, no, I'm excited for this one. 9.
Yeah, I'm at a 9.4. Same, literally same. Everything you said.
Yeah.
I'm very excited
pumped.
for it. It's gonna be good. I feel like it's also gonna give more to the big picture than we think it is.
I hope so. I hope so.
Fantastic Four. I'm gonna go first here.
Go ahead.
10.
It's a 10 for me, bro.
Yeah.
It's a 10 for me too.
10.
Like seriously, like there's a lot riding on this. I am not super happy that they're changing up Silver Surfer. But I love her. She's a phenomenal actress. You didn't watch Ozark, I'm assuming.
No. I saw the first season.
She comes from Ozark. I watched that series all the way through. That's another one of my I just love that series. She's phenomenal in that series. Like all the time. So I'm excited for her to act the character out. I'm just a little bummed that it's not like the one I get to see that I watched in the first movie.
So you're mad it's not a guy?
No.
Say it with your chest.
I'm not saying it like that.
What? That's what you mean.
I want the original character.
That's a guy.
Sure, but I want it because he's the original character. I don't want it just because he's a guy.
But why can't she be the original character?
Because she's not going to be. From everything I've heard, it's not going to be the original character.
So she's not the
It's
Silver
a different
Surfer.
character. She's just the Silver Surfer.
So who is she going to be?
She is a version of the Silver Surfer that we've seen in comics. And I don't want that character. I want
the
Norn.
guy one.
I want Norn Rad.
The guy. Norn.
I hate you.
That's what you're saying. I'm just saying what you're saying.
Go ahead.
We're saying the same
You're
thing.
exploiting the fact that I'm white and I can't say certain things on a podcast.
I am just saying what you're saying. We're saying the same thing.
What's the next film?
Eyes of Wakanda, the show.
So what is this supposed to be? You got any information on this one? I don't know. I don't know jack about this show.
I don't know anything either. The only thing I know is that this is going to be an animated show, I believe,
Okay.
of what are they called? Wakanda. People from Wakanda.
Wakandans.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hunting down vibranium artifacts.
Okay. Sure.
So outside of that, I mean, it's not coming out till like later this year, like way late. So we're probably gonna get more teasers and stuff like that as the year goes on. But as of right now, we really don't have anything.
I'm gonna give this I'm about as excited about for this one as I am Spider-Man. Give it a 6.
Oh, is it because it's in Wakanda?
You're so.
Yeah, I'm just kidding. I'm reaching.
What do you are reaching. I know you were trying to set something up there.
I'll probably give this a 7.
Okay.
Because it's gonna be more Wakanda stuff, and I love Wakanda.
Okay, that's fair. I do love.
I stand on my
I do
people.
really like Black Panther. Well, you actually don't. I think actually I'm the bigger advocate for Black Panther products than you are in this room.
Are you?
What do you think about Wakanda Forever?
That's terrible.
Okay.
Marvel Zombies. You gave that face, but you're the one that knows more about this than I do.
Yeah, you don't know anything about this?
It's not really. I mean, I know it's a comic.
Listen, what did I just tell you 10 minutes ago? Dystopian futures are just not my thing.
Yeah.
So, like, they're only doing this because the comic was such a hit.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think it's fun, but I liked it more in, like, bits and pieces of the What If series rather than it being its own show. Especially I don't like zombie apocalypse movies. They're just not my jam. I just do not care for them. Except for
Zombieland.
Except for I Am Legend.
Zombieland, not your thing?
I actually haven't seen Zombieland.
Funny.
Yeah.
Good movies.
Yeah. So, 5.
Really?
Yeah.
I meant like a 2.
Wow. You just don't care for this, do you?
I really just don't jive with Marvel's animation.
Oh, really?
And it kind of looks a
You're
little bit like
you're
What
one of those
If.
people.
Kinda
It is
like
going to
What
be
If,
like What If. They're
What
just
If.
using the same animation style.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Gotcha.
Trying to think what order I want to do these last few in. Let's do Wonder Man.
I'm pretty excited for
We
this.
saw
one.
the teaser together.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot.
Nah.
It wasn't.
It was
a
a
lot at all.
teaser.
Yeah, it was like very little. Based on what I've heard from the premise, I don't really know much about this character, but from what I've heard from the premise and from the actor who's playing him, I'm in. Like, I'm excited. And I'm looking up the actor too because I forgot his name. I'm terrible with actor names. But yeah, I'm excited for this just because I knew he played Manta. He plays Manta.
Oh, I was looking up when it came out. What is his name?
His name is Yahya. It's Yahya Abdul Mateen II. And
he played
Black Manta and Aquaman.
Black Manta.
I really like him as an actor. So I'm very excited about Wonder Man and what he can do with it. And from what I've heard is the premise of the show, I think it could just be funny.
Okay.
And so I'm looking for a nice, like, simple but funny Marvel series. So I would say like an 8.
It's a show?
Yeah, I believe so. I don't think unless it's a miniseries.
Okay. What are you at?
8.
Yeah, I'll be at 8. I'm good at 8. I'm excited for it. Sweet. If anything, learn about a new character.
Yeah.
How to Train Your Dragon live action.
I want to temper my excitement with this one, just because this is one of my most beloved things I've ever watched in my entire life.
I haven't seen him yet.
This was like something I grew up with, like that, like changed my life. I was like, this is like peak cinema to me. Yeah, I mean, dude, this is. I want to try and not say a 10 just to temper myself because it is switched to live action. But I will say I've told you guys. I think I've texted you guys every single time I've seen a trailer for this. It looks really good. Mm-hmm. Like the CGI looks, it holds up. And if that's the case, I don't really know how I feel about the 1-to-1 remake of it potentially being, because from the trailers it really does look like 1-to-1, just the animated. That trilogy is so peak. Like, I don't know if a live action could really ever live up to it. So I'll say like a 9.7. But I'm gonna temper myself from a 10 just because it is that switch to live action. I just don't know how that will be executed.
Yeah, I would say I haven't seen the original trilogy. I am going to before this comes out.
You got to. So good.
My wife really enjoys them. I know I will. It's just a matter of me getting around to it. I would say I'm going to be at a 7.8. And here's why. I haven't seen the original story. That being said, when I do watch the original story, I'm not a massive fan. I mean, it has to be done right, but live action and CGI mixing.
Yeah.
It just has to be done right, and it's, smaller room for error. Just because you notice things and things look a little funky. That being said, I mean, I like when stories are beat for beat, off the when they're ripping off the original. I think it could just to see it in a different light. I mean, Last of Us is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Beat for beat, a video game.
Yeah.
But it's live action. Yet you're telling the same exact story. I'm like, oh, this is gonna happen. Okay, I'm waiting for this. Oh, this person's gonna show up, and I know it's gonna happen. But it's like when it happens, it's like it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's like some things I definitely agree with you on, and then there's just some things I just I don't know if it needs to be recreated.
That's fair. That's a valid point. 100%
So,
valid.
but yeah.
That. Minecraft, the movie.
I didn't think you were going to put this on this list. Does that mean we have to go watch this movie and review it?
Oh, 100%.
Oh, God.
100%. 110%.
I might have to sleep through that one.
It's Jack Black, baby. I'm Steve. Oh, we've got to watch this together.
This is at a 0.5 for me.
That's very insulting. It's very insulting. I just didn't think they deserved a 0.5. Not a full point.
It's at a 0.5. I'm 0% I would put a 0.
I mean, if you don't like Plucky, you're going to hate this movie.
Also, why the fuck does Jason Momoa look like that in the trailer?
I don't know. But the fact that it has Jason Momoa and Jack Black automatically puts me at it.
That is unhinged as hell, bro.
Automatically puts me at a 3, and that's where I'm going to be at. Those two actors put me at a 3.
This movie's going to be so bad, bro. You said just a 3.
Just a 3.
Okay.
3.0.
This movie's going to be so
Just
bad.
like my GPA.
I just didn't play. Did you play growing up?
Yeah.
Okay, I just didn't play growing
I
up.
played a lot.
I find no appeal in Minecraft.
You know what game you would love?
Hmm.
That's like Minecraft is the godfather of survival games. And you know what game you really would enjoy? It's a game called Power World.
I've heard of this. It's the Pokemon rip-off thing, right?
It's Minecraft meets
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, they like ripped off a bunch of Pokemon. I've
Oh,
seen ones
100%.
on. Yeah, I've seen ones on.
100%. Lucario's in the game.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Lucario!
Yeah. His name's Anubis. He just made him Egyptian. Just imagine Lucario.
I heard good things about that game.
No, it's really good.
Yeah,
Really good
I heard
game.
really
No, I
good
think
things
you would
about that
really
game.
enjoy it because you're a big Pokemon guy.
Yeah, I think I would too.
And I think you would like survival games. We'd have a lot of fun.
That's one video game I can review with you is Pokemon games.
Sure.
Sure.
When they come out with a new one. I don't know.
Yeah,
when
they
the next
always
one.
coming out with new ones.
Yeah. For
I haven't played the new ones, but old ones I can tell you all about.
sure. But yeah, that's all of them.
That's it? You're forgetting 2 really big ones.
I know.
Okay.
That's
That's all, folks.
I was seeing if I can get you, and you're
No.
just like you're just gonna
I'm-
be like, oh
I'm-
man, okay,
I'm-
that's it.
All right, that's it for us of the house.
Superman.
Yeah. I'm surprised you didn't say this one for last.
Or what's the other one?
You're missing Invincible, dude.
Oh,
New
yeah,
season of
that's
Invincible
coming
comes out in 2 weeks. Can we do
2
that one?
weeks?
Can
Yeah,
we
we
do
can
that
do
one before we talk
first.
about this?
Yeah.
Yeah, do 2 weeks. Invincible season 3. All dropping.
That's right.
First 3 episodes, then weekly, but it's all coming at the
Yeah.
same time.
It's what? Anyways,
Invincible season 3. What are you at?
that's right. Invincible season 3, 9.7.
Excellent. I'm at a 10. Pretty easy for me. I'm very excited.
You know the story,
Yeah.
so you know what's
I
coming.
can see why for a lot. I feel like the hype has definitely died down on this show.
Oh, for sure. It's because of these
a lot.
gaps.
I think this
And
season 2 gap,
2 was a little.
it really hurt the show. Like, really hurt the show. But
The gap between 1 and 2, and then the gap between
Yeah.
mid-season finale and the rest.
yeah.
Really took the.
Every time I've heard someone talk about this show when they know the source material, though, it's nothing but pure excitement.
That's
And
good.
I'm very excited.
No, listen. I'm so here for Invincible.
Yeah.
Love.
Yeah.
Can't wait. That is gonna be fun to cover on the
Oh,
pod.
I can't wait.
Anyways, Superman.
Superman. Yeah, I'm at a 10. That may be a little high. I don't care. I'm done trying to pull myself back for DC. Give us a damn good product. And after watching Creature Commandos, I'm very much in on the fact that I think James Gunn can do this thing.
Yeah,
Which
I'm at a
I've
10.
said, so I'm good with that.
I'm at a 10.
Yeah.
I'm at a 10 because this is. I don't want to say it's make or break, but it is very much like pivotal.
Yeah,
Pivotal.
very.
That DC hits a homer here.
Yeah.
I can't stress it enough. It is very important that their most popular superhero in his standalone movie
Mhm.
with the reboot, like they knock it out of the park.
Yeah.
So I'm at a 10. I'm at a 10 for sure. Super
Very
duper
fun.
excited. That comes out end of the year. Or
Um,
no, summer. The summer, right? It's
that
July.
comes out pretty soon.
I think it's July.
It's in the summer?
Yeah.
I thought it was-
June,
thought it-
July? June, July?
Superman release date. I thought it was earlier than that. No, July 11th, yeah.
Yeah.
Middle of the
July
summer.
11th.
Middle of the summer. Big blockbuster, summer blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's just so much hanging on it.
Yeah.
Like there is, and you can't not tell me to get excited for a Superman movie. Just can't.
Now, that being said, so you have the ranking. What are the top 3 that we're most excited for?
The ones that we're most excited for are Stranger Things season 5, Fantastic Four, and Superman.
Okay.
Those are the consensus 3.
All different IP.
All different IP. Next closest would be Invincible season 3, Thunderbolts, Percy Jackson season 2,
Oh, nice.
and Daredevil.
Okay.
That would be the next ones.
We
We averaged out. I averaged out at about 7. You averaged out at about 7.75. So we're pretty excited group.
pretty excited.
Pretty
pod.
excited pod. We're just happy to be doing what we're doing.
Hey man, we're just here.
I just love talking nerd.
We're just here along for the ride.
I love it. Man.
So make sure you do your homework before some of these stuff drops.
Me do my homework.
Yeah, bro. You got shows to watch.
I got shows to watch, but I know a lot about these things.
Bro, you got there's like at least 3 here. that
Last
you
of Us I
gotta-
probably won't be watching. Just prepare your heart for
That's fine.
that.
But you've got to watch Squid Games.
Yeah, Squid Game is tough because like the only time I genuinely can watch it is when I get home from work. And like there's just so many other things I have to do when I get home from work. And I have to you have to lock into the show.
Oh, you have to read the subtitles.
Yeah,
You dub it?
No, I put the subtitles on.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't watch it in English.
My brother came over
Uh-huh.
when it dropped, and we were like, yeah, let's throw it on and watch it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started it, and it was in Korean, and he was like, yo, are you going to switch it to English? And I was like, I looked at him. I was like, you watched this in English? Like, you watched the dub version? And he's like, yeah, bro. And I was like, he was like, well, it's funny because a little bit of context. He was telling me, yeah, I watched season 1. He's like, but it was a tough watch. I was like, bro, season 1 was fantastic.
What are you talking about?
What do you mean a tough watch? Then I went and switched it and the dub version. Bad.
Pretty rough, bro.
Tough watch.
It's pretty tough to watch. Because have you seen the meme going around of like, I've been here before?
Yeah.
That dub is tough.
Yeah. It's
really bad.
And so I was like, okay, well, I see why season 1 was a tough watch. And so I put it in Korean. I was like, we're watching it in Korean.
Yeah, get over
And
it.
I understand.
Read.
I understand why he put the dub version.
Yeah.
Because he has the attention span of a peanut. He has the attention span of a literal peanut.
Yeah.
And within 30 seconds,
He's gone.
was on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, bro,
You can't
so
do it,
can
man.
we can't sit here and enjoy quality time together and watch the show?
Can't do it, bro.
And he's like, bro, I have to read. And I was like, yeah.
That's part of the enjoyment.
Anyways.
There was an SNL sketch that happened this past week or 2 weeks ago with Dave Chappelle hosting. It was they were doing Weekday Update, and they had one of their actors on to talk about TikTok being banned. And one of the things he said was like, "Yeah, what am I supposed to do during a movie now?" And he's like, "What do you mean? You watch? No. You know, like during the like in between, like during the movie. What am I supposed to do? I can't just open my phone anymore and doom scroll." I was like, "That's literally your brother."
Yeah. That's his generation.
Yeah. I get into that a little bit sometimes, but like I try to when I'm actually trying to watch things to review it, I don't do that. But I'm not gonna do that for Squid Games. Shogun was tough because I had to reacclimate myself to that.
Yeah.
To the
But also it's like Squid Games, like people are dying, it's exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Shogun is like
Shogun's a lot of dialogue.
it's all reading.
It's all reading.
It's an audiobook.
I just love the story so much.
It's an audiobook,
yeah.
but the audio doesn't work, so you have to read.
John Hammond.
No,
talking English in the
it's
middle.
an audiobook that you're listening to, but it doesn't work, so you actually have to read the book, but you still have the audio coming. So
Yes.
what's the point?
Yeah. All right, cool. We're excited. House 755 is excited.
It's gonna be a good year. This is our year.
Yeah. Check out the channels below. Please subscribe
Yeah.
to our YouTube. Subscribe to our TikTok for those of you still here. I'm gonna keep saying that till this thing is either banned or not banned because we're survivals at this point.
Hey, we're just rolling, bro.
We're just rolling with the
It's down
punches.
below. Check it
It's
out.
down below. Check it out. We're gonna be posting a lot more this year. It's gonna be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
If you don't have TikTok, you can buy my phone again.
Yeah,
$10,000.
$10,000. Please drop your bid, and we'll go from there. But
Yeah.
definitely start there. But yeah, we'll catch you guys later. Catch you guys next week. We'll be back with some more content. Until then. Peace.